What is up? Uh, this is me. No bahane, no nothing. I'm just sorry for not posting. Life was a lot, like a lot. In the past few months, even when I was posting that billboard video, it was a lot. The billboard video was just like a forced uh, content because I wanted to store that memory, and it kind of like made me realize that why am I trying to force content on YouTube. Like in my intro video I had mentioned that I don't want YouTube to become that platform for me where I put out content just in intention of monetizing it, or like planned contents or like filtered content. This is gonna be that one space where I'm just gonna be unfiltered as if. I 100% want to apologize to you, but I have I was going through a lot, like I've mentioned already, and it was it was a very difficult time. Like last year has completely character developed me, and I do not believe in these things, okay? And I'm not gonna lie, I literally got a big ass photo frame where I've written "Do it for the plot" and this one that says, "In the end, we all become stories." So you can tell that this is not me, okay? This is not me. My character was so developed last year. It developed this year, but it had to go through multiple development processes last year. Every event in my life that happened last year that completely changed me as a person today has been recorded in some ways or the other. I have journaled my feelings and the entire thing through a video journaling process or a writing thing. When I think about it, I'm such a person. I will write every damn thing. This diary has my last year and this year and still ongoing. This one that I got from back home, this is from 2017, and I have just written every possible stupid shit in it. Like, and by that I mean just like very baby like poems and content that I thought that I'm gonna be publishing by the age that I am now. I think I should really start writing for my book. I do want to become a writer eventually. I love writing. I love writing. And I think writing for me is not even intimidating because I write to express and not to impress. And by that I mean every event of my life has been recorded in some kind of journal or something, and I have too many journals back in my house and even in this house. Yeah, so it's almost like I have recorded every single event of my life. With every journal you're gonna see a very different thought process and a very improved grammar. uh, I used to be so bad with my grammar as a child, but I think I'm so glad that I've never really stopped writing. I don't even know when did I start writing. I think it was okay. One of my uncles, he is a professor, and I wanted to impress him through my content writing and my poems and everything, because I had once learned that he writes poem, and I really wanted to impress him through that. And in intention of impressing him, I started writing, and he would always give me the most positive feedback. It's really nice because that led me to who I am today. Writing is such a big part of my personality. One day it just became a thing that he is telling me that I think you should also really start journaling and writing, so it will improve your vocab and everything. And I started doing that as well, and since then I have never stopped. In fact, there are so many notebooks and journal books mere that I probably have lost now, because मैं इतने टाइम से लिख रही हूँ, and it's of course like whatever, but it is so crazy to me. I wish I had the ones that I've lost now, but at the same time I have at least 4 to 5 journals of me from 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, all of that. And it is so surreal to look through all of that. I love writing. I feel like it's the biggest part of my personality. I don't know who I am if I'm not writing. If I wasn't a content creator, I would be, actually, if I was not a content creator, I would still be a writer. And if I'm a writer, I would still, what was I about to say? I don't know. Okay, so the intention of recording this entire thing is that right now it is 2 3 a a.m. And I was like, I have literally not sat down to talk about my feelings. So let's take from writing. I love writing. I have probably mentioned that like 6 times now. But I think a very major part of my life is writing, because I do not exactly have a lot of friends in life, and I do have friends, and I'm more like quality over quantity, and I do not really feel the lack of friends, but I did not exactly grow up with the same mindset, so even whenever I wanted to talk about my feelings, whenever I wanted to understand what am I feeling, whenever I wanted to let out my feelings to somebody, to some friend, I would always write. And I have always mentioned this, but when I was being bullied in my school, there was entire phase of my life when I didn't even want to be alive, and I was going through so much, and there was so many suppressed feelings inside, and I consider that part of my life, the lowest part of my life, by the way. So throughout that, writing is the only thing that got me through it. I started making my thoughts into poem, and I started journaling every single thing that I would feel. And I've always been this absolute confident person whenever it comes to my writing, and it doesn't come from the idea or the notion of just knowing that okay, I'm the better at everything. No, it's just that I feel this immense happiness whenever somebody is reading one of my contents. When you sum it up, it's like my entire life is very heavily influenced by what I write and how I write. If you stay updated with all my Instagram content and everything, I keep on posting some spoken word poetries and everything. Those are very is all in a very raw language, and I feel like if I do not include that, then that just means that I'm writing poems for the presentation part, which is okay if you are doing that, if somebody that you know is doing that. But I feel like I'm not doing that for that. I'm mostly trying to connect with myself and my inner being. And I have one of my diaries with me, and I'm not gonna go in complete details. 16 December 2015, you can see. And for some reason I used to call this notebook emo. Like, look at this. Emo heart was our best friends. I had zero friends, I'm telling you. It was like मेरे पास friends थे, but none of them were friends to me. I was friends with everybody else. Me just talking to a diary, pretending like I'm besties with it. It's very weird. I used to be a loner, I think. Okay, there's this one page that I've written, Dear Immo, how are you? I'm fine. I'm sorry I was not talking to you for some days, but I wanna give you a good news. Your friend Fiza is now in class 8. Congrats. Nothing happened, yet mummy scolded me a bit, but not of that level that I was expecting. Good night, bye bye. This is, आई थिंक हर साल मेरे हर एक पर्सनल डायरी में एक सेंस ऑफ मासूमियत है, एक सेंस ऑफ इनोसेंस है, दैट यू कैन जस्ट क्लियरली टेल कि ओ माई गॉड दिस इज़ अ चाइल्ड राइटिंग दिस, बट देन यू कैन ऑल्सो टेल कि ओ माई गॉड अ चाइल्ड इज़ राइटिंग दिस. आई होप टू become a writer someday, like have my own book. It is sort of like a picture that I'm seeing in the future. When I say that I want to become a writer one day, I hope I become a writer that actually influences people, like जिसकी बातें सुनकर, जिसके कंटेंट पढ़कर, जिसके आइडियाज़ को, जिसके थॉट्स को पढ़कर किसी को मूव्ड फील हो यार, लाइक किसी की ज़िंदगी में बदल पाऊँ. आई थिंक वन ऑफ द थिंग्स दैट आई ऑल्सो लाइक वेरी पैशनेटली दैट आई वांटेड इज़ कि for once in life I'm able to do something that influences people. And I know I'm a content creator, and I'm probably like I'm called an influencer by the entire industry only, but I feel like to be able to shake somebody's life in any way is what you truly call influencing. My definition of influencing goes very deep into a person's mind and their life. I think I'm the kind of person who you will be able to sit and talk with. I have a very vulnerable and fragile heart, while my mind is very strong, touch wood. And I just feel like the combination of it can actually make a difference in this world. And I've always wanted that, and I will want that for the rest of my life. अगर मेरे ज़िंदगी का एक मोटो है that I want to do something before I leave this world, it is to make sure that I influence people, like to hold on for some time. It's always gonna be there, whether it is through my writing or through what I create online. But eventually I do want to get into the stream of writing, and maybe like journalism, influencing people in some way or the other, but yeah, that is something I want to do. I'm just, when I was very young and when I used to be bullied, मुझे बहुत अकेला फील होता था, and ये सब सोच सोच के मुझे लगता था कि मैं कभी किसी को ऐसी फीलिंग से गो थ्रू नहीं करने दूंगी. नाउ ऑफ कोर्स आई कैन नॉट हेल्प एवरीबडी, बट जब भी आई कैन फाइंड द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू हेल्प समबडी इन नीड, आई एम वेरी इजीली moved by every fucking emotion in this world, and that is my strength and that is also my weakness, but I like to see it as the kind of strength that is going to do wonders for this world. When I think about writing and how it has come, and you know what deep emotions and places that it has come from, and how it has taken me through so many difficult times, I don't think about how I eventually wanna make this a very big thing and then have people buy my book and this and that. I mean, if they do, it's great, I'm so grateful, but if anybody ever finds my book bad, which I don't think anybody should, because it will always have the kind of content, the kind of readers that would find it nice. I'm talking about very far away in future, but I don't think, like, if I have the chance, I would love to just make my book accessible for everybody. Like, my true motive is not to earn through my writing. My true motive is to influence people through my writing, and if that influence needs to come free of cost for them, I will do it. Not ever want to be the person जो eventually भूल जाता है कि what were they creating for, and I am creating for every freaking fizza in this world. Writing is going to be one of those mediums. I'm brilliantly happy in it. This was some yap, and you probably know by the end of this video that yes, Fiza, we get it. You love writing. Yeah, babe, I do. I'm kind of crazy like that. If you see me in one piece today, it is because I was writing at the time. I wouldn't have any other way to cope through my difficult times. At every point of my life, I've always wrote, whether it was last year or before last year, or when I was a child, when things were happening in my life that I couldn't even understand. At every point of my life, I have chosen the way of life through writing, and if there's any way of life, it is through writing, and nothing else ever. Yeah, that's all, and see you in the next video. I think if you like this video, I think we should definitely do more of the sit and talk where you can get to know me better, and I think YouTube should not stop in that manner. We'll see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, maybe like, share and subscribe. I don't know, on you.